What's up, guys? Welcome to Munchkins Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Munchkins logging in to bring you another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. And in today's video is going to be my monthly series, Should You Start Playing Dissidia Opera Omnia, this time for the month of January 2021. Yes, we are out of 2020 finally. So in this video, obviously there's a bunch of news, and I'm gonna be going through with you guys about banners as well for those particular new events that are coming. So you do have to apologize that, you know, this is not going to be the same structure as I usually do, and it's not the same structure not only because I'm on night shift, but because there's no actual community live stream this month, and they just pretty much put everything on a in-game notice. So we're going to be going through this in-game notice, and you know, I'll give you my thoughts on them and whether you should start playing Dissidia Opera Omnia for the month of January 2021. So without further ado, let's go. So first off, we get a new sticker. Happy 2021. Good to have. We have login bonuses for starting from January 1 all the way to the 3rd. Earn 2,000 gems every day when you log in during the above period. So that's a total of 6,000 gems when you log in on all 3 days. You won't be able to receive any missed days gems, so don't forget to log in. So that is really amazing. I'm gonna make sure I do log in because I am on night shift still in these this period of time. So yeah, next is we get free first multi draws. Enjoy your first multi draws free on 6 selected banners. Now I'm guessing it's gonna be the first 6 banners that we are going to be getting because of New Year's. I'm not expecting anything at the end of the month, seeing as it's most likely we're gonna get something else for that. We might, I mean, February is like Global's sort of like you know, anniversary, so I'm not yeah, I think it'll be in the first 6 banners at the very least. So next is we got the new New Year Gigantor daily hunt. In place of the Gigantor in the daily hunt, take up arms against the golden Gigantor for a limited time. There will also be limited time missions to earn additional daily hunt tokens. Now that's really good. So reward times 2. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's always nice to have if we get extra rewards. I mean, more tickets, the better. Then we've got World of Illusion support campaign, which is going to expand in like, I'm about to say like 14 days, but it's more than 14 days, 16 days. This new type of recruiting campaign features 6 characters who will be specially boosted in World of Illusion Ultimate Quests. By having a specially boosted character in your party, the entire party will receive double the usual amount of summon points. For the above campaign period, the following 6 characters will be specially boosted. Although limited time campaign, the World of Illusion support campaign will return in the future with different set of specially boosted characters. This is basically what I just found out in the JP version. In the JP version, they currently just released, I don't want to spoil anything if you don't you know, follow JP, but consider this your warning. You can skip ahead, but currently in JP, Yuna's LD and BT have been released, and they have a set of 6 characters that are specially boosted, just like these characters are in you know, in the World of Illusions. So the ultimate, basically getting more summon points, that means less grinding for the rest of your party who are not like boosted. So I guess this is nice to have, since we aren't going to be getting any more new summons at this point in time. Basically, they need to do some characters that are super synergy in order to make the summon point grinding a little bit manageable, especially if you want to grind someone who is not specifically boosted for a period of time. So it's not a big deal to me. I mean, I only ever really grind for the points if there's a character that's new released or a character that got a rework and I didn't grind their points previously. I will grind them then and there because they have ×2 points on, and you don't need the super synergy for that, basically. So it's not a big deal, but it's definitely going to be helpful for newer players who want to grind up those summon points in order to get all the resources from those summon points. So that is something that is very good about it. So these characters are going to be getting that super synergy. December 31, we got the permanent adjustments that will be implemented alongside the campaign, addition of player missions for Diabolus summon boards, and increased drop quantities in added drops of summon materials. Now, this is something I've noticed as well while playing JP version. I started 2 months ago, or restarted, I should say, 2 months ago, and this is something that I noticed, that the drop rates in JP are enormous. Like, you don't even need to grind that much in order to get your summon from level 1 all the way to level 30. Like, really, all you need is a ×2 book, and pretty much you should be getting there relatively pretty quick. So I didn't know this when I first started in JP, but if I didn't know about it previously, I would have grinded these summon boards a lot quicker. But that is something really, really great, making it easier to level up your summon from level 1 to level 30. And by the looks of this Diabolus summon board thing, like this player mission, again, I don't want to spoil everything, but if you don't follow JP, I do have to say this, so you've been warned again. Okay, so in JP, there are currently 4 summons that have divine summon boards, or divine summon. So this basically means the level cap for the summon has increased from 30 to 40, and there is another grind thing that you have to do, which is going to be a Cosmos difficulty grind, and then they will have a Lufinia fight as well. So anyway, Diabolus is the first one to actually get a divine, I guess, divine summon. So she's the first, it's the first summon that's going to get a level 40 cap. Now, level 40 cap, as far as I've noticed, because I haven't really grinded it yet in JP, they will have an HP damage attached to them when you summon them. So basically, at the moment, as you guys know, they just do a brave attack that is capped at 9999, which is 9999. But if you got them at least I noticed it, level 40, they will do an HP damage at that summon. So yeah, that's something really great. Extra damage for, extra free damage basically when you use your summon. That is always really nice. Next up, we get a New Year's panel mission. It's pretty easy, it's just the Chocobo board panel, so I'm not going to talk too much about that. They have the cycle quests ×2 and the Cactuar appearance rate at a rate of ×2 as well. Nothing really to talk about. And next we have the Carnbuckle's Treasure and Magic Pot. So I guess I should mention for newer players who are coming to this channel or watching this video, this basically, the Cactuar cycle is your daily resource grind, but in Dissidia Opera Omnia, it's not considered a daily resource grind anymore because it is actually open like 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So you can just pick on whichever resource you need and grind that up. So basically you get double drops and double the experience points, blah blah blah. That's basically what it is. And the panel missions is basically just little quests that you can do to get extra rewards. That's basically it. Now, Carbuncle Treasures and Magic Pot is kind of a resource grind as well. If you need things to like not power, so power orbs to up, level up your weapons and stuff like that. These are a good way to get them. I don't recommend them highly. I would probably recommend just doing your co-op battles and getting the resources there. I think that's a much better way to grind rather than the magic pot, unless you want to I guess get some resources for I don't know if you actually get Carnbuckles and Chocobo drops here. I don't remember, but in my head I feel like they are, but I guess it's up to you whether you want to grind here for those power orbs and some crystals. But again, I just highly recommend just going to the co-op battle. It's less tedious and less mind-numbing, at least in my opinion. Next up, they have the triple effect sale on the support items. So books, these are items that you are going to be using if you want double drops, triple EXP, triple guild drop. So things like that is going to be on sale. You do need to use gems to buy these books. So yeah, very helpful for newer players. New Year's special sale is basically just your real life money spending for some items. Next, we have the additional raid rewards, which is really good. We're going to be doing the mechanized sentry, which is the guard scorpion. So this is attached to the Crystal Awakening level cap for the 6 characters. And alongside this, we have reworks for Cloud. I think he's the only one who gets a rework, sorry. Just a rework for Cloud, but everyone else gets a level 80 cap. So Setzer, Celeste, Cloud, Waka, Rem, and Yuri. So this is going to be really great. We have the co-op for that as well with individual rewards. You can collect them, and we finally get the Poster Boys LD and Burst weapon as well on this. Banners. So there's 2 banners for this one. Obviously, one will have Clouds included in them with Setzer and Celeste, as far as I know, and the other one, I think it's Waka, Rem, and Yuri. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head, but both those banners will feature Clouds, LD, and Burst weapon, and the other one will feature his EX weapon as well on one of those banners, and the rest will have their EX weapon featured on those banners. So the first multi-draw for these 2 banners will be free as part of the New Year's campaign. So that's what I was talking about earlier. So these are the first 2 banners that we are going to get free multi-pools, so that's going to be great. The next one is Beatrix's Lost Chapter, which Beatrix will actually be getting a rework. You will have other characters release, get their character boards here. Not necessarily get their level 80 awakening. That is only going to apply to Beatrix, I believe. And the first multi-draw is going to be free as well on this one. Now, Beatrix, I've had some flack about her in my previous older videos when I said something like it wasn't worth getting her 3 out of 3 at that time. And I did rectify that later down the track when I actually did 3 out of 3 her and actually used her. She was okay. I guess she was really good for a certain point, and then she obviously has dropped off again. But with this rework, she's gonna be great. She's gonna have some buff elimination abilities, so she can remove buffs, so that's gonna be really great. But yeah, I mean, am I excited for this banner? I'm not 100% excited on the banner, but I do think the rework really helps her, and she's gonna be a great character, especially if you need like a buffer and obviously a magic DPS. So that's what she is. Next is Xander's character event. So it's a new event, a new character. Sorry, I should say. Now, this banner is, I think, one of the more skippable ones, at least in my opinion. I don't think I plan on actually pulling on this banner. If you already pulled for Beatrix, you can kind of skip on this one. Unless, obviously, for the Lufenia, you need something. Now, I haven't checked out the Lufenia because, if you don't know, with me regarding, like, Lufenia and harder, like, content, I don't like to look too much into these Lufenias. I want to, like, find out on the day, okay, how am I going to do this? I don't really strategize ahead of time. I take it as they come in. Now, obviously, now that I play JP, I will know some things that I wouldn't normally know. That's the reason, one of the reasons why I didn't really play JP previously. But now that I've restarted playing JP again, I will know it. But I still don't. I still have no idea what the Lufenias are to a certain point, and I don't really want to know. So I'm guessing the Lufenia for this one is going to center something of mechanic regarding Zande. So yeah, I guess if you don't have a character that can beat that Lufenia, and you're pretty much a veteran already and you have all sorts of different other characters, then I guess you can pull on this one. This is probably the best one to try and get, obviously, Cloud's Burst if you didn't get it already in the first 3 banners. Because Zande is a new character, and yeah, I suppose Beatrix can also be considered a new character, right? Because we didn't get like Beatrix for a long time, her character event in a very, very long time, because she was one of the global first characters, and that was 2 years ago. So we actually didn't get her. I don't think we got. Did we get like an event? I know that we got like a banner which you can grab her weapon and that way you can recruit her, but nothing really specific that you can actually grab her permanently, you know. So I guess pick your choice. I think if I have to pick one of the two, I would lean more towards Beatrix. In a way, but that is my situation, right? That's my situation. Not saying that Zande is gonna be a crap character more than, you know, that Beatrix is gonna be a much better character. It's more like my own preference. Yeah, because Zande is gonna be a really, really great character as well. As far as I know, he's got a whole lot of different elemental damage and can dark enchant, and I think he has a break thingy going for him as well. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I haven't really researched all that far ahead for Zande, but yeah, he's gonna be a solid character, I'm sure of that one. Specifically, obviously, if you need like magic DPS, so there's that. Next, let's move on because I have been going on for quite a while. We got a mission dungeon, which is storming the Citadel. This will be introducing a new burst and LD weapon. Now in JP, we did get Firion. They did get Firion's LD and BT, and I'm guessing he is the one that is going to be getting a burst and LD weapon. And the reason for that is because in this last line, they said there will also be a rework for Firion and character boards for Golbez and Ferris. I don't think they're going to change it. Golbez does get a burst weapon later down the track, but it's very unlikely that they are going to get Golbez his LDBT first, so I'm leaning more towards the Firion because he does get a rework on this one. So that's gonna be a great for those people who are fans of Final Fantasy II. For Firion, he is going to be getting a new costume as well, which I won't probably get. I'm trying to avoid getting all these costumes. They're getting far too many for me to collect. So yeah. Now, who are? I mean, Golbez is still a solid character up until this point, and Faris as well. Maybe a little bit lower than Golbez as far as I'm aware, but Golbez I think is still a pretty decent character. Next up, we've got the Next Dimensions End, which is going to be the second to last of the Dimensions End. And again, I don't look that far ahead. So this is still one of the few surprises that JP has in store for me, so I'm gonna keep it that way. But according to this, they do have frequent HP attacks and frame buffs. So if you can remove buffs, like Cloud, if you got his World of Illusions weapon, you got Vanille that can do that as well, even though Vanille is kind of the older one. Faris can do this as well, and of course the latest one that can do this is Beatrix with her rework. So you can dispel, I guess that was the word I was looking for before, some of the buffs. And of course, if hopefully you guys pulled on Rude, and he is going to be a very, very good healer, but there's other healers out there, okay? And then finally, I guess, man, this is a very long one, a third anniversary countdown. So this is the third anniversary for the global version of Dissidia Opera Omnia. There are login missions, daily login missions, which will have a variety of rewards from Guild, EX orbs, and realization materials. Total of 15 days, so keep logging in. It's gonna be great from 16th January all the way to the end of January. And then it looks like they're just gonna keep on going with the cycle quest rewards ×2 and the Cactuar appearance rate ×2. I don't know why they didn't just go from the 1st of January all the way to the end of January for the first announcement, because it's pretty much the same. They should have just done that. Anyway, that's just my opinion. And the same thing with the World of Illusions Carnbuckle's treasure. This would have saved them some lines here. But yeah, that's gonna be really great, especially for newer players. More stuff, the better. Veterans obviously always want more stuff as well. Next up is going to be Xdet's Lost Chapter, so you can get him permanently now as well. It will feature his LD weapon. Unfortunately, he's not going to be getting his burst weapon just yet. So yeah, the previously mentioned BT weapons character is going to be, I believe, if they stayed in the path, is going to be Firion. So there's that too. And then he gets a costume. Then we get a boss rush, which is a brand new thing for the global. Again, I haven't looked too much into this, but I have done a boss rush in the JP. I've recently finished my very first boss rush on the latest boss rush event. So if you've been following me on Twitter, I have been tweeting some of my achievements of some things that I've gotten in the JP version. I don't try to make a whole lot of videos about JP, seeing as the last time I did, that wasn't a pull video, like it was just a Lufinia. It didn't really get a lot of traction, although no one really said anything about, don't do this, or I would prefer you just stick to global. No one said that, but with the view counts, I felt like not a lot of people are actually watching the videos that I make for JP, so I kind of felt bummed out. But you know what? If no one wants to watch it, that's fine. I will just do something else, right? So boss rush basically is you make multiple parties for the boss rush. So boss rush will include like a couple of bosses. I don't know how many are on this one, but on the latest one that I've done, there was like 4 4 waves. So basically, you will construct one party. That party will go in, will fight for 50 turns, and then they will go out. The key here is to do as much damage as possible in those 50 turns, and to know mechanics as well, especially for Lufenia ones, because sometimes obviously you finish like the first stage really quickly, you get to the second one and you don't have the right characters for the mechanic. You don't want to trigger that Lufenia orbs, because those Lufenia orbs do stay the same in terms of the countdown. So if you left the fight with the meter down to 1, your next team who goes in there after 1 turn, that Lufenia orb will finish off and basically eliminate your second party without you doing anything. So that was my issue with the current Lufenia boss rush. I don't know about this one, if that's going to be the case, but you do need to pay attention, especially on the Lufenia ones. The other ones are not too bad. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It looks like you can use up to 5 parties. And yeah, but I'm pretty sure you need less than 5 parties in order to get all the rewards. I believe in the JP one, the latest one, it was like 4 parties, and I managed to do it in 3, which was great. Anyway, the last thing here is it looks like there's a Q&A. I'm guessing this is more for the 3rd anniversary stuff, so you can submit your questions, and I think they're gonna do an interview with the producer, Fujiwara-san, and yeah, they're gonna do that just like last year. Now, as far as I know, there was some talk about an new LD first in the global version of the game. I'm guessing I didn't really see much about that, but I've only heard like ramblings about it and tweets and stuff like that, and obviously other content creators as well. But to me, the next global first LD, I think, is just gonna correspond with the another global first character. So I mean, that's the trend we've been getting every time we've gotten to the point of the new anniversary. The first time around, it was Beatrix. The second time around, it was Aranea. Now, for the 3rd time around, who are we going to be getting as a new character? I don't know. It's gonna be pretty interesting, to say the least. I'm kind of guessing. I really want to say Riku, but that's just gonna basically ruin stuff for everyone else. So I don't think it's gonna work. But if I had to take my pick would be, because I managed to guess Aranea last year. If you've been following me that long, I had like a list of characters that I thought that was going to be featured as the next global first, and Aranea was one of them. And I believe I said I had more faith in Aranea or a Final Fantasy 15 character at that time. So this time around, I think I will save my predictions for another day. Only because I want a little bit more information, right? Yeah, I do want a little bit more information before I make my guess. Because I guess for the month of January, we only got Zande as the new character. And I think this is going to be a trend as well, where there's only one new character every month now. So I don't know. February seems to be a month that we might get a new character, which we've always had in global. It would be pretty disappointing if it was only LD, at least in my opinion. I would rather have a new character with obviously EX and then their LD as well featured in the banner. I think that would be really amazing. But if it's just an like a new LD for a current character as a global first LD, I will probably make a separate video regarding that. But yeah, that's basically it. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention the banner for this boss rush. It's gonna be Dark Knight Cecil with Leon and Kane. So the Dark Knights, or the emo knights. Obviously Kane is a Dragoon, but yeah, Dark Knight Cecil is going to be getting a rework on this as well. So that is the banner for that one. So do expect some good things, because I know 40 has been hyping up this party composition with Cloud and Plaid and Dark Knight Cecil. And I guess it was Keys and Kurosame he was talking about. He's been hyping that up, so I'm pretty sure if you go to his video, which I haven't yet, but I will go there, I'm pretty sure he'll have something to say about Cloud and the way his party composition is going to work. I'm looking forward to it, to try that out myself. But I think I've rambled on for long enough. This video is like over 30 minutes, which is not usually the case. I guess the only reason why this is like this is because I pretty much covered everything in the in-game announcement, when I usually just cover like the events that are coming. So I do apologize. Like I said, it's a different type of announcement this time around, this time of year, and yeah, it just happens to be like this. So I might as well cover everything else since everything else is in here. So anyway, guys, that is it for this video. Please, oh, you know what? Let's not end the video just yet, because I have to answer, is this a good time to start playing Dissidia Opera Omnia? Yeah, it's definitely a good time to start, because look at all the freebies we're getting. 6 free multi-draws, for 1 for each, this first 6 banners, and then you get lots of goodies for the countdown for the 3rd anniversary. Resource grinding is going to be very, very, very easy now. They're basically doubling everything, all the way up to the summon boards and stuff. So I think it's a great time to start playing Dissidia Opera Omnia. And I mean, Cloud's there, man. So if you're like a Final Fantasy fan, and Cloud is mentioned, I guess 99% of the time you'll be like, yeah, I want his entire kit. So yeah, Cloud's coming with his entire kit out for grabs. So yeah, go ahead and start playing. That's all I gotta say. There's real no reason for you not to start in January 2021. You might as well start now. We're seeing that it is still December when this video releases. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Please do remember to click like and subscribe if you haven't already. It does help the channel, and I really do appreciate all the support that you guys have given me. And I would really appreciate it if you do keep helping me for the next year as well. You can always follow me on Twitter and on Facebook at Munchkins Gaming. Leave down in the comments below your favorite upcoming banner for the month of January 2021. Which character are you most looking forward to? Let me know down in the comments below. Mine is obviously going to be Cloud. And the second one will probably be Beatrix. Yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna play it. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This is Munchkins logging off, and I'll see you guys in the next level.